The Barbarian Kicker is a new limited edition troop in Clash of Clans, so let's tell you everything you need to know, including mechanics and strategy. Throughout the month of May, all players from Town Hall 3 and above will have access to this, and being a limited edition troop, the Barbarian Kicker's level is based upon your Town Hall level. You cannot upgrade it in the laboratory, and I'll have all of the levels displayed on your screen. All of the mechanics and strategies will be the same no matter what the level, but the troop has a special ability, free kick, and this is what makes it so powerful. Targets closest defense, causing 3,153 damage. You'll see why that's important later. Once the free kick is taken and the ball hits the defense, the Barbarian turns into a regular Barbarian. It does have significantly more hit points and damage per second than the regular Barbarian, but it is 12 housing space rather than 1. Before we get into mechanics, giving you a gauge of its strength versus other troops, it does have the exact same hit points at maximum level as the Giant, and the damage per second can be somewhat comparable to a Root Rider that deals 230 DPS, but the downside of the Barbarian Kicker is that since it is only 12 housing space, it is susceptible to spring traps. In terms of the initial free kick itself, this is a significant amount of damage. It is greater than the Giant Arrow at maxed level from the Archer Queen, and it is not that far off the epic Fireball equipment for the Grand Warden. And obviously, you can use multiple of the Barbarian Kicker troops. So it might be that you can use a combination of things, the Giant Arrow, lightning spells, whatever it might be, to take out a number of defenses. In terms of mechanics for the Barbarian Kicker, it will move towards the defense and place the ball 11 tiles away. That is the range, and that means that an Expo, whether it's on ground or air, the Monolith, and also a Mortar can outrange the Barbarian Kicker. But you're not going to worry about a Mortar very much. Those high damage defenses, though, you do have to be careful with because the animation takes a little bit of time, but if it is the only defense firing at the Barbarian Kicker, you should be good in order to get that initial strike. And you can two-shot any defense other than the Town Hall, meaning if you place 2 Barbarian Kickers, whether it is the Eagle Artillery, the Monolith, the Expo, Inferno Tower Scattershot, it does not matter. They will take the defense down. Should you place more than 2 of the Barbarian Kickers, the advantage of the animation being quite slow is that once the defense goes down, the Barbarian will retarget to another defense, so you don't lose that free kick ability. He will just pick the ball back up, retarget to the next defense, and kick it towards that. Think about this though. A Rage spell at maximum level provides an extra 180 damage to the troop. This means you can one-shot defenses using the Barbarian Kicker and a Rage spell. The only exception is the Town Hall. In combination with an Earthquake spell, you can use 3 Barbarian Kickers to take this down, otherwise it would take 4. What this means though is you can use a Rage spell alongside 2 of these limited edition troops to one-shot the Town Hall, as long as you are above a Town Hall 12, so the Town Hall is a defense in itself and it is activated. This is actually what I think will be the best use case of this troop, but I'll go over that once we've gone over the rest of the mechanics because there's a couple of specifics you need to know about. Firstly, during the initial phase, it is defense targeting only. So if there is a defending hero in that area or clan castle troops, the Barbarian Kicker will not fight back. It will go through that slow animation of kicking the ball to the defense. However, once it turns to be a regular Barbarian, it will attack any building. And at that stage, it will then fight back versus a defending hero. Definitely something you have to be cautious of when you're using these to snipe off defenses. It might be that you need a headhunter to supplement, but also invisibility spells can be very helpful here. Just turn the 2 Barbarian Kickers invisible. It's just about the right amount of time for them to get through that animation. It is nice to have the Barbarian Kicker survive, but it might be that you're just trying to snipe a defense, and if it goes down afterwards, you've already got the value. Mentioning the invisibility spell though, I think that will have people considering turning defenses invisible so the Barbarian Barbarian can kick the ball to defenses further into the base, much like we do with the Fireball. Whilst using the invisibility spell or the Overgrowth could be used to do this, the Barbarian Kicker does only have that 11 tile range, meaning it's not like the Fireball, which has unlimited range moving into the base. Should the Barbarian not have access to the defense, i.e. there's no break in the wall, then it would just kick the ball towards the wall and you've essentially wasted that ability. So using the invisibility spell to redirect the free kick is something you will only be able to do in limited areas. Let's show you how I will use this troop. I think it will be best for sniping off defenses, whether that's if they're exposed at the side of the base or even trying to hit a major defense that might be near the perimeter. Like I said, I think the best use case will be versus the Town Hall, so let's activate it. Use a Rage and 2 of the Barbarian Kickers to take that out. On these southern teaser style bases where the Town Hall is surrounded by storages and traps, it's really good to use that technique. So whilst the Invis Tower resets, let's try and snipe some of the defenses on the perimeter, because the idea is you use the Barbarian Kickers to snipe defenses and set up your hero dive into the middle of the base. So you can use one to get the Warden statue. Should actually be able to target the Archer Tower there. One for the Spell Tower. Once that goes down, we can target the single target Inferno. There we go. One for that Archer Tower. Now let's use the Hero Dive. So King, Fog Launcher, Queen, and the Warden. We could actually use the Queen ability straight away to spawn the healers. We can use one for each of those Builder Huts. Once the Builder Huts go down, we can use 2 of the Barbarian Kickers for the Expos. Oh, one of the Builder Huts there was still up. Thankfully, it went down, so they just retarget. Send in the Royal Champion here. King ability. Let's Rage in this area. Use the Grand Warden ability as well. We take this Wizard Tower. We can then target the Scatter Shot. If 2 of them, we might actually be able to get the multi. There we go. So you're just trying to go around the base and target the defenses as, you know, much as you can to help support your hero dive. So what can we do here? We can Rage in this area. We've got a freeze for the back end, and now we can worry about the Spirit Fox Walk. So let's freeze there. Pop the RC ability. Use the first invisibility. And then we just are continually turning the Royal Champion invisible. We've still got 2 of these to use. Let's just use it on the Wizard Tower at the back end. And I think this will be the most fun way to use the Barbarian Kickers for any Town Hall level. So if you do find this video helpful and you're making any purchases this month, remember you can support the channel using code Judo beforehand, and it is very much appreciated. If you did not realize as well, the Supercell store has been revamped. So if you purchase your gold passes through there, you can work towards free in-game rewards. I'll pop a link in the description and pinned comment. But best of luck, enjoy the Haaland event, and if you do want to see a guide for all of the challenge levels, I'll pop a playlist on your screen, which will continue to update as they release.